When it comes to photo and video, light is a photographer and filmmaker's best friend, but sometimes our worst enemy. I just wish I would have invested in this light a lot sooner. What's good, everybody? My name is Sydney Baker Green. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, I'm an international photographer, content creator, and cinematographer. And today I'm going to talk about one of the purchases I realized I should have made a long time ago, which is the Aputure 120D Lightstorm Mark II. Simply put, ever since I've gotten this light, I've noticed a huge improvement in not only my image quality, but it has really opened up some doors for me and given me the power to create in situations that I actually had a really hard time lighting when I was just making regular content for even YouTube. But not only that, it's really expanded my possibilities in my studio as well, and even working outside in some situations, I'm really able to get creative with this light and the amount of power it has. So let's get right into it. So if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you guys know I use this ProMaster LED light panel, and I rigged it up to my ProMaster softbox using this 3M strip right here, and that was what was getting me by ever since I switched to talking about photography and filmmaking on YouTube. So thankfully the 120D comes with a Bowens mount, so all I had to do is throw on the softbox that I already had and start working with the light. And I noticed some things off the bat. The first one is going to be light quality. And I think it's no secret, if you've watched any YouTube videos, you know that this light is just beautiful on skin tones. When it comes to just lighting your subjects, it really does give a flattering light, especially depending on the modifiers you are using. But comparing it to my old lighting setup, you can see how even though my light was soft on my face using that light panel modified with a softbox, I definitely did not have the highest quality of light. There were times where I thought it was just my exposure that I was messing up, and the reason I was getting these harsh highlights on my face, making it look like my skin was almost shiny, even though it was not. And looking at the graded image you're watching right now, you can see how the light on my face is super flattering, the light on my shirt is flattering, even the light that's falling off onto the desk is flattering. So that is one of the main improvements that I noticed when switching to this light, and why instantly I was happy with my purchase. The next thing that's super cool is the light features that this light offers. So the 120D comes with this control panel, and it has a few effects. Let's go through them right now. The first one is lightning. The second one is Paparazzi. The third one is going to be TV.
While there is still no word on a cure for the virus, government officials
elevated virus activity. Keep emergency supplies accessible.
The fourth one is faulty bulb. And the fifth one is fireworks. Now this is just me throwing the light outside my window or setting it up in front of where my TV would be just to show you these effects, not really putting thought into the lighting, but you see how off the bat it works really well. It's very intuitive. You don't have to really change too much of the settings. All you do is select your intensity of the light and you set the frequency of how much the effect happens, or how often the camera is going to flash and the paparazzi effect, or the lightning is going to flash, so on and so forth. And when it comes to some of those programmable effects, I was able to use some of these color filters that come included with the light. I used the blue one for the TV, and I combined it the blue and green one for the firework effects. And it really added a softness to the light, but still gave me the directionability that I needed for the light as well. And that's just one of the features that just really adds to the easy use, especially if you're in a run and gun style shooting situation, or if you want to add a cool, colorful effect to a light in the background, or even use it as a background light, or to light up the back of a room or anything like that. So just something to keep in mind. But speaking of intensity, that's the next thing that's super amazing about this light, and it's its sheer power. So right now my light is set to 39%, but let's say I was supposed to change that to like 100. Let me try to do this. Okay, it's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Like you see, I went nuclear. Also, you see I use a little remote to control the intensity of the light depending on if anything changes in the scenario that I'm shooting. The light also comes with its own case, which depending on how much space you have when you travel, will be essential for carrying it wherever you need to go. Before I go though, you're really in a great market with this light if you are a photographer and you are a filmmaker as well. I feel like this is going to be my single lighting setup that I'm going to use for a while, and it's also really going to help me out in my studio. I also have that LED panel to give me extra light or to bring in another light if I need it, but using this in the studio, I've already found it powerful enough in my studio work alone. I can't wait to take it out in portrait. So I just wanted to say that for anybody who is trying to figure out if they want this light, I will say this light is expensive, and I think that's one of the big drawbacks to it for some people who don't have the money, who are starting out in their career. You're in a position where it's like, okay, I can invest now, spend this money that I might not have, and then I'm set though for a while, versus I can wait, find some cheaper alternatives the same way I did, and that's simply what I did. I found cheaper alternatives, I got the ProMaster LED panel, rigged it up in a softbox, and it works fine. But this is an expensive light, but I do also think it's worth it as well. And I said but a lot of times. At the end of the day, I do not regret this purchase, and I really wish I would have done it sooner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you already haven't, and turn on those post notifications. And leave me a comment down below on what some of your favorite lights are to use for video for the people who may not be able to afford an Aputure light right now. Be sure to follow me on my social media. The links are in the description down below, and the YouTube fam, their links are also in the description down below. And if you're ever feeling uninspired, want to give up on photography, or just simply don't like life, remember, every day airplanes take off against the wind. Live, love, laugh, stay inspired, and as always, stay fabulous. My name is Sydney. See you guys next time. Peace out, folks.